Tick,
Spider-Man.
tick, boom.
Spider-Man.
Tick, tick, boom. No, not Spider-Man. Spider-Man soon. Tick, tick, boom is a musical movie.
Yep.
And it basically tells the story of Jonathan Larson, the late, great Broadway composer.
Did you know anything about anything to do with this movie at all?
No.
Yeah, see, neither. And I still don't, like, at all.
I do. I've done a lot of research into it since because I was intrigued by the movie.
Yeah.
But basically, Andrew Garfield plays Jonathan Larson.
Hello. Hi. Welcome. I'm Jonathan Larson.
And
Aspiring playwright.
yeah, so well, I mean, basically, well, I'll give a little backstory on Jonathan Larson first because you probably didn't know this as well. But so he basically wrote Rent.
Yeah, which I don't even know what that is.
I had heard of it before.
I know nothing about musicals or
well,
anything.
you know, in The Office, how it's like 5,586.
Oh, yeah.
That's where that came from.
And he was pretty much just trying to write songs about anything,
Pretty much, yeah. So he did this great musical called Rent, which went on to Broadway. He spent his entire life trying to get onto Broadway. He had a few successes with what this movie's about, like Tick Tick Boom and Superbia and stuff like that. And basically, he died a day, or like the day of its launching.
Yeah.
So his famous musical that went on to Broadway, he died.
Like every artist, their work is more
Remembered.
famous after they're fucking dead.
Yeah, basically. But this doesn't focus on his death, which I like. It focuses on his kind of
Well, it is about
shortcoming.
him.
Yeah, but like it's
And
not
it's more
like they moved
interesting
him.
to see him fail, I guess, over and over and try to
Like
reach the heights.
a lot of people could have made a movie like that was just before his death. So like he died in 1995, I think, whereas this movie was set in the 90s or like 1990.
Yeah.
So I thought it was good. But I don't even know where to start with this movie. Andrew Garfield, for starters,
Great.
incredible.
I just thought...
Didn't realise he could sing like that.
Was it not just auto-tuned to the absolute
No.
fucking max?
You obviously haven't listened to the album on Spotify.
Wasn't it?
Some of the notes this man hit.
It seemed like watching
Incredible.
it that it seemed a bit
Nah.
tempered.
No. Apparently Lin-Manuel Miranda threw a shoe at Andrew Garfield the first time he heard him sing
Because it was shit.
because he was so good.
Real.
Yep. He didn't, because Andrew Garfield didn't tell anyone he could sing.
Well, when has he ever sung in his life?
Exactly. He's never really sung before, and he has this beautiful voice. I thought the casting in this movie was great.
I didn't know like any other actor.
Vanessa
Huh.
Hudgens.
Oh yeah, I already forgot about her though. Yeah.
The gay guy, Michael.
Yeah.
Was he not like a spitting image of Freddie Mercury?
Kind of.
Like in his final days?
And it's fine, like when he was on his deathbed.
Like, okay, spoiler alert, he gets AIDS as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I thought it was a good look for Freddie Mercury.
I didn't think all the acting in this movie was good, but I don't know, like, well, I think I'm just automatically at a disadvantage for just not caring about musicals.
And that I didn't even realise this was a musical, and I think that's why I enjoyed it so much more.
I knew you would enjoy this, like,
Yeah.
just knowing what it was about.
Like, you can bet your bottom dollar I've had the fucking album on Spotify on repeat this past
I thought
week.
none of these songs, to me,
Oh, what do you
were
mean?
memorable at all, or
3090 for
or
starters.
stood out. I don't
Therapy.
know. I just,
Oh my god, Green Dress.
like, I'm just comparing it to other musicals I've seen, and to me those songs were just so more memorable and had more to them than him just like singing on the piano.
I mean, these musicals were these are actually Jonathan Larson's musicals.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not like they could come up with new shit for
I guess so.
the movie.
which-
Actually, I'm not entirely sure if there was anything original in the movie or not.
Yeah, probably not. If it's like a biopic more, but yeah, for me, as if the songs are good, because that's pretty much what you go to a musical for.
I feel like Andrew Garfield's performance could have, like, for non-musical fans, could have given them an outing, like, to not just watch it for the musicals.
Which was like that was more for me, so I liked his performance and whatever, but it was just kind of. It was just a movie.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
No, like, everything about this movie was well done, obviously, but it's just like musicals, I think, for everyone, you either like them or you don't really.
Yeah.
And I pretty much just don't unless it's just something that...
Mamma Mia.
Yeah, greatest movie of all time. But like, I liked obviously the acting and shit, but it's just like this particular movie for me is not going to be something that I personally would go back and like rewatch.
I've already gone back and rewatched a bit of it. I thought it was brilliant. Not just for the musicals though. I thought like it was kind of captivating to me, like the story of Jonathan Larson. I thought it was like the more I've done research, the more I realised how well they actually like paid homage to him. Like they didn't do pretty much everything was bang on. Like there wasn't much that wasn't.
I feel like I would have almost liked this if it wasn't a musical and it would just focus on his life, and
that definitely would have worked as well. But the thing is, like his entire life was musicals.
You can't really escape it making like a movie about someone who's just.
I feel like it wouldn't have been true if they hadn't done a musical.
Yeah.
Like. You could do like a serious movie about like, because there was obviously the AIDS pandemic back then, or like how he was a struggling actor. He couldn't pay rent, couldn't pay electricity, shit like that.
Yeah.
But like that just wasn't, from what I've like read, he just was such a bubbly.
Oh yeah, and I guess since he was struggling, that almost kind of reduced like when he was performing the music, just to it being more kind of like basic than other musicals where they can where they go more like, you know, more out there and over the top and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they did kind of in some bits, but
I mean, they do preface this at the start. Now that I think about it, they preface it at the start saying this is a story of his life and some of the parts he made up. So
yeah.
I like I said, I've done a bit of research. I don't actually know what parts weren't, like I would have liked to have known what happened with Michael, his like best friend that he'd known since he was like 8.
Yeah.
If he had actually, I'm assuming he did die from AIDS because everyone did back then, but like when did that happen? What, like tie up a few loose ends. He had a friend in hospital who had AIDS.
I guess maybe because it was more focused like on him trying to rise, I didn't want to get too maybe distracted by focusing on other subplots.
They gave him a whole song, Michael. Like, they gave Michael a whole song when he had AIDS.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it was cool as well, like, when he didn't get... Because he worked for years on this musical, Superbia.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone loved... When he did his his workshop, everyone loved it. And then nothing came of it. I really liked the kind of... I mean, when I say I liked it, I mean, it's kind of down to the real person.
Yeah.
Like, his kind of switch between, okay, like, everything's over, and he then went back to his friend to get a real job in marketing. He wanted, like, a nice apartment. He wanted stability.
Yeah.
And then it was like, everyone was like, no, like, you have a gift. Like, keep working at your gift no matter how long it takes. And then he did, and he got onto Broadway. And it's so sad that he never actually got to see his show on Broadway.
Yeah. I reckon if you are a fan of all this, you definitely will probably love this movie.
Yeah.
Especially if you're familiar with it. Like for me,
I don't even think you have to be familiar with it though. Like,
well, I guess
I went into this now. Yeah.
But you like musicals though.
I also kind of like the true stories and like learning more about them after I've seen them and stuff.
Yeah.
That was kind of something that captivated me.
And because I pretty much just watched this because of Garfield.
Yeah,
and then I was kind of hoping to be, because when I watched Rocket Man, that's kind of what I was comparing this to the whole time. Obviously, it's just way more.
I think it's a whole different genre.
Yeah, it's because everything's way more of a big deal because it's about Elton John, who was like a superstar celebrity. So it is just like on a whole nother scale. But I
don't even think that. Like, I just think that kind of a lot of the shit made up. A lot of the shit was made up in Rocket Man or like altered, and this just
not
felt
that much of that movie. Like Bohemian Rhapsody was a
okay, but
was a
I
blender.
put him but like I feel like this movie could have been like a documentary.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely feel like, I mean, maybe the more research I do, the more I realise it wasn't. But from what I know at the moment, it just felt like a really good portrayal of.
Yeah, I definitely
cool
agree.
person.
Like, I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm just coming at it from a standpoint of someone who is like because I'm just like the opposite of what this movie is, like the target audience.
Yeah.
So.
But I do understand where you're coming from when you say it would have been interesting to see if it wasn't a musical,
Yeah.
like what they actually would have done. But yeah, I just thought it was so good.
I definitely like the acting and shit all around. I thought was really good, and like just everything. Well, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not just saying anything's really bad about it. All I'm literally saying.
I can't think of
all
anything
I'm just
bad
saying
about
is
it.
that it just isn't.
It's probably my favorite
top
movie
movie
of
I
the
like.
year.
Real.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, maybe after Spider-Man.
It's just the musicals.
I can't even
feel
think
like,
of like obviously Shang-Chi.
I feel like Spider-Man has potential to be
Disappoint.
shit, except for the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everything apart from what I want to see is not good because I hate Zendaya and just I don't
And Tom
care about
Holland.
anything about it.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated apart from Andrew Garfield.
We'll get back to TikTok. Actually, this is funny. I saw a buddy TikTok in the name TikTok,
TikTok
tick boom, of this one guy trying to cancel Jonathan Larson. And he's like, oh, he actually like
Cancel a
was a
dead man.
bad person, and fucking everyone in the comments just like ruined this cunt. He's like, what do you mean? Like he was real good for people of color, for queers. He brought like awareness to the AIDS
Yeah, because it
pandemic.
definitely like it showed throughout the whole movie that he was just so accepting of pretty much everybody.
And this
I
guy,
mean, maybe it's completely false.
the only argument that he had is like, yeah, but he plagiarized it from this book. But he literally, the musical Rent was based on a fucking musical or a book or play or something from like the 30s.
Yeah.
Like, you can't plagiarize something that it takes inspiration from. So he didn't give credit. It's like, fuck off, you
I don't know.
fat little Jew fuck.
For
I'll
me-
fuck you up if I ever fucking see you,
With
can't.
with music, like I feel like the only way you can even think of music is from other music.
Yeah.
Kinda, like, how do you?
Album in the works, by the way.
I don't know. Maybe some people can just fully create original music just from absolutely nothing. But I feel like everything's inspired from something.
I've asked for a piano for Christmas, so
Elton.
no, Jonathan Larson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really love this movie. It gets I don't know. I'm tempted to say God tier,
Well, if it was your favorite movie, it's obviously got to be
but
God
favorite
tier.
movie of the year. Like, it's not. This year hasn't been the best 4 movies.
Yeah, well, I guess there hasn't really been that many.
Exactly,
But it
like-
is coming into the season of
Normality.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Boy, Oscar.
No,
so
fuck it. I'm gonna say God tier for this.
I'm trying to because
You just say yeah, not bad.
yeah, I guess so because you could just
He's speechless. That's how much he loved it.
I'm trying to just think of how I actually want to go about it because you could go from the standpoint of
An acting
Like-
performance.
what you think the movie is, but since like I'm not trying to just be like everyone else, I'm trying to just be like personal to myself, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you didn't enjoy it, like, it's obviously not your cup of tea. So
That's why I just
that's
say
all
yeah,
you
not
can
bad.
base your opinion on. Yeah,
But, like,
exactly.
that doesn't mean
It was
it's
a bad movie.
It's
Yeah.
just
Well, that's why it's our
yeah.
own personal ratings.
Exactly. Otherwise, I don't want to. I would just be like the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
But like, this was a good movie, and Andrew Garfield was great, and I hope he gets at least Oscar nominated.
Surely he has to. I thought it was a great performance, and it was
sh-
such like a change of what he's used, like what he usually does, like in terms of the singing and stuff like that.
I feel like there probably would be surely one original song because every time there's a musical, there's always at least like one original song to get the Oscar.
I don't know.
Because if it's all his music that's already existing, it can't be original.
No, but I honestly think they paid not like they paid just consistent tribute to him, and I don't think they put anything original
Yeah.
in.
Leave it to Lin Manuel.
Yeah, fuck Lin-Manuel. I can't even fucking say his name. That's how much I don't like him.
Do you actually not like him?
Oh, he just.
I don't like Vanessa
I
Hudgens
don't like-
at all.
Yeah,
I've always
she was
hated her.
actually like her singing wasn't even that good in this movie.
I've just-
Susan, the love interest, I thought was a much better singer, and she was actually portrayed as a dancer. So
Something
Step up
about
your
Vanessa
game.
Hudgens. I've just
she's fucking anti-vax. That's why.
yeah, maybe that is. Why.
She was like, oh, when COVID first started happening, she was like, oh, people are gonna die. Let's just move on. So fuck you, Vanessa Hudgens.
There's something about
get
like
vaccinated, you
like,
fucks.
Everything she does, I always just think she thinks she's fucking
Top shit. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like I've always just thought they're watching her.
Yeah, fuck you. You literally, you ruined Troy's dream of playing it. You were so selfish Troy was about to go to college for these top basketball teams, and you were a little fucking pick-me bitch.
Yeah, to me, you know, she's in like those Princess Switch movies.
Yeah.
Like, that's where she belongs.
Yeah.
And those
Disney
movies,
Channel original movies, fucking Netflix straight to DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck her.
That is her.
But yeah.
She found her way into this one somehow.
Let us know in the comments. Have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? Were you familiar with Jonathan Larson, like, before this all happened? But yeah.
Surely this will be, like, an opening.
Yeah, I mean, it was an opening for me.
Especially because it's on Netflix as well. I think that definitely will help it. That's just seems to be the way.
Because I never would have seen this if it was in cinema.
Probably, yeah, I wouldn't have either. Like, I wouldn't have probably even watched it even if I'd heard it had good ratings. Yeah. Just, like, because, like, if it was some other story, then maybe, but because it was, I don't know, it was just easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
But I do like going to the movies still.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the other side. Pa.
Spider-Man. Garfield.
Peace.
Hates Mondays.